One of the great successes over the last number of years at the Galway Racing Festival has been that of Clondalk Warrior, who ran for the Act Da Wag Syndicate. And the Act Da Wag Syndicate made up of a group of ladies, but they have a spokesman to talk for them, which is Michael Gannon. Michael, the Act Da Wag Syndicate, can you explain a little bit what the contents of the Act Da Wag Syndicate is?
It is 4 couples, George. We're 4 social couples and friends, and we live each other. We all socialise together. And Act The Wags is actually an anagram of all the ladies' initials. Hence the Act The Wag Syndicate came across. So we were in the car park having a few beverages one day at Ascot, and we decided to throw a few quid together and try and source a horse. And it turned out magic.
It turned out magic for you because it was a superb success. But Clondalk Warrior really puts your name up in lights, and Clondalk Warrior, as well as Aiton Bob as well, that you've had successes at the Galway Festival. Clondalk Warrior's first success was under a very young man, an apprentice jockey at Galway called Colin Keane.
That was the September meeting. He won the mile and a half apprentice handicap.
Yes.
Under Colin Keane, and he was nearly last at the bottom of the hill, George. And the way he came up the hill, after the race, Ruby had a twinkle in his eye and he says, I think we'll have some fun with this horse. And that's when we knew we had a good one.
You knew you had a good one, and of course you didn't take the plunge, thankfully for me, who was on Quickjack the following year in the Galway Hurdle, but you plotted up the Premier Handicap on Friday.
Well, there's a funny story to that, George. We wanted to go for the Galway Hurdle, but we got balloted out.
Thank God.
And all the ladies were on the way down for the ladies' day on the Thursday anyway, to do the night. And they were gone by Athlone, and next thing, Willie Mullen says, we've declared for Friday night. And I thought Jack Kennedy could be a handy £7 off his back. And Jack Kennedy rode him on the Friday night. So we had to stay 2 nights in Galway.
And I don't think there was any objections to that from the ladies.
Well, there was, because they hadn't packed enough, George, you know. They were just coming for the one night to go home the next day, and they had to go and buy new clothes and stay over gear for the second night.
The great thing about that was it was all provided by the proceeds of the Guinness Handicap, so they had the money in the satchel.
Indeed, indeed.
The success of Clondalk Warrior, I've always found one of the great rides I've seen in a Galway Hurdle by Ruby Walsh.
Yeah.
But ye had plotted that way probably from the previous year. You thought the Galway Hurdle the following year was definitely going to be a target.
Well, a big carrot to Galway Hurdle, like it's the richest handicap in Europe, handicap hurdle in Europe, and it's a race that eluded Ruby as well, and he wanted to win it badly, and like when Ruby went by the line, I've never seen emotion like that after the Gold Cups or the King George, all the big races he's won. This one eluded him, and I think the kick of doing it and doing it on a horse where he had an interest as well was just really, really, you know.
It meant a lot to him because he had said to me prior to that he had never won the Galway Hurdle and it was one race he would love to win. But my memory of that occasion is when Ruby arrived back into the parade ring, and out of my right hand shoulder I caught a certain Michael Chips, as he's known to everybody, Gannon, with tears in his eyes to congratulate Ruby.
George, it was like a dream. It was, you know, it was there with our friends, and you know, we didn't think we was going to get to the heights he got to, but it did, you know.
Then you had a success last year, of course. There was nobody there, not even yourself, Aiton Bob. But again, a little story to that, Mike. Rachel Blackmore left the jump racing in Cork to come to Galway to ride the last winner of the festival.
She did. She rode him earlier in the week, and she knew, she learned about the horse that night, and she felt she hadn't made enough use of him, and she told Willie that declare him again on Sunday and I'll win, and she did.
Finally, Michael, before we let you go, you're a man, a colourful man, a man who loves his racing. What does the Galway Festival mean to Michael Gannon?
Oh, it means everything. It means meeting all friends that you see in Galway from the west, all over the country, and even some people come far and wide for the week. You meet up with all them, stay in the same places, George. All the staff know you by first name, and it's real friendly and homely, and it's a place where everyone can go and relax and enjoy and And the racing is good, George, and you can get a few quid, like if you pack back a winner, just value to be got.
There's value to be got, Michael. There's always value in speaking with yourself. Thank you very much for joining us in the build-up to this year's Galway Festival, and every success for the Galway Festival 2021, Mike Gannon.
And you and the team. Cheers, George.